Alright, this is my predictions on the 2009 men's basketball NCAA tournament. So this is my bracket right here. Alright, I have Louisville winning over Morehead State. Then I have Ohio State beating Siena to play Louisville in the second round. And I have Utah beating Arizona and to advance to the second round, and Wake Forest over Clemson or over Cleveland State to play Utah in the second round. I have Dayton over West Virginia, and then I have Kansas over North Dakota to play Dayton in the second round. And then I have Boston College over USC to play Michigan State over Robert Morris to play Michigan State in the second round. And then I have Louisville. This is the Midwest bracket, by the way. I have Louisville over Ohio State. I have Utah over Wake Forest, and then I have Dayton over Kansas, and then Boston College is going to lose to Michigan State. So we got Michigan State and Dayton in the Elite Eight, and Sweet 16, and Ohio State and Louisville in the Sweet 16. I have Louisville beating Ohio State, and then I have Michigan State beating beating Boston College. Michigan State's going to beat Louisville and advance to Elite Eight to play. Michigan State's going to beat Louisville in the Elite Eight and advance to the Final Four. All right, that's my Midwest regional bracket. And then my West regionals is UConn's going to have no problem over Chattanooga. And then Texas A&M is already beat BYU today, so it's going to be UConn, Texas A&M in the second round. Purdue's going to win. It's going to beat Northern Iowa to face Washington, who's going to beat Mississippi State. And Washington and Purdue and Washington are going to be in the second round. Marquette is going to lose to Utah State's going to be beat Marquette. And then Utah State's going to play Missouri in the second round. And then Maryland's going to beat California. And then Memphis is going to beat Cal State Northern. Memphis already beat Cal State Northern, so it's going to be Maryland and Memphis in the second round. And then UConn advances over Texas A&M to play Purdue, who beats Washington in the second round. And then Utah State loses to Missouri in the second round. And then Missouri takes on Memphis, who beats Maryland in the second round. And then it's going to be Connecticut, and the Sweet 16 is going to be Connecticut and Purdue, and then Memphis and Missouri. And it's going to be Connecticut facing Memphis, who's going to beat Maryland. It's going to beat Missouri, and it's going to be Connecticut and Memphis in the Elite Eight, and Connecticut's going to advance to the Final Four. That's my West Regionals bracket. And then in my East Regionals bracket, I have Pittsburgh over East Tennessee State to play the winner of Oklahoma State and Tennessee, which is a pretty hard game because they're both evenly matched teams. But I think Tennessee is a superior team. Is going to play Pittsburgh in the second round. And then I have Wisconsin over Florida State to play Xavier in the second round, who's going to beat Portland State. And then VCU is going to upset UCLA to play Villanova, who's going to beat American in the second round. And then Minnesota is going to beat Texas to play Duke, who beats Binghamton in the second round. Alright, Pittsburgh is going to beat Tennessee to play Wisconsin, who's going to beat Xavier. And then VCU is going to lose. Villanova is going to beat VCU to play Duke, who's going to beat Texas. And in the Sweet 16, it's going to be Pittsburgh over Wisconsin, and it's going to be it's going to be Duke over Pittsburgh. And in the Elite Eight, it's Duke versus Pittsburgh, and I have Duke beating Pittsburgh. And then Duke's another Final Four team I have. In my South Regional bracket, I have North Carolina over Radford, and LSU already won today, so it's North Carolina versus LSU. And then I have Western Kentucky beating Illinois to play Gonzaga, who beats Akron. And then Arizona is going to play Syracuse. Arizona beats Temple, and then Syracuse is going to beat SF Austin, and Arizona and Syracuse are going to meet in the second round. And I have Michigan beating Clemson to meet the winner, Oklahoma beating Morgan State. And in the second round, I have North Carolina beating LSU, and then I have Western Kentucky beating Gonzaga to play North Carolina, and then I have Syracuse beating Arizona State to play Oklahoma over Clemson, and in the Elite 8 or the Sweet 16, I have North Carolina beating Western Kentucky, and I have Oklahoma beating Syracuse, and then it's going to be North Carolina and Syracuse in the Elite 8, and then it's going to be North Carolina and Oklahoma in the Elite 8, and Oklahoma is going to make the Final Four. So the Final Four is Michigan State, Connecticut, Oklahoma, and Duke. And Duke and Oklahoma are going to go at it, and Oklahoma's going to make it to the championship game, and then UConn's going to be Michigan State, and it's going to be UConn and Oklahoma in the game, and I'm thinking that UConn's going to beat Oklahoma by 5, 67-62, and that's my bracketology right there, guys. Thank you very much for listening to me, and have a good day.